This is the agenda that I wanted to cover today on what is the messaging system. I'll go over the ActiveMQ Classic overview, Artemis overview, provide a comparison, and conclude. And before we get to the introduction, we all know that in today's digital era, where real-time processing and microservices architecture dominate, how the importance of efficient message brokering is prevalent. It's the message processing is the backbone that ensures seamless communication between different parts of an application to handle everything from simple to complex tasks of complex distributed systems. And in my previous videos, what I have done is I have shown how cloud providers, native cloud provider messaging works. I had shown provided the comparison as well. You could click the link on the top to understand the differences. But this is where I wanted to show a different flavor of messaging. In this case, it's ActiveMQ, because a lot of times applications may not, or customers may not want to go with a cloud native, or would rather prefer a cloud agnostic overview over here. And they would want to take care of the setup themselves and want to have more control. And that is where I have helped a lot of customers set up ActiveMQ as part of their environment application and enterprise setup. And that is where we are going to share all the experiences as part of this discussion. So please subscribe, share this channel, share with all your friends, help them get educated, help them know about Arina Technologies and how we can help them as well in terms of their digital journey. What we understand is that the importance of messaging applications, right? Because the different options that is there is there are ActiveMQ and Apache and Artemis. The standard are the two most prominent message brokers, but both essentially same fundamental purpose. Which you might wonder, what is the fundamental purpose, right? Which one should I choose for my project? So that is what we'll get into, and as part of the setup. Now, here, we spoke about the messaging as part of the setup, but this is where I wanted to just talk about how messaging will allow applications to exchange data seamlessly and efficiently to drive better performance, greater scalability, and enable real-time data flow across different parts of an application. Now, in every protocol, we cannot use many protocols. There's TCP, there is UDP, and different protocols are used. In messaging, it's primarily UDP. You would be using the protocol compared to TCP in the HTTP protocol compared to the web. So that is where web protocol is not always better, because sometimes you may want to broadcast, or you may have an influx of messages for which the web may not be or HTTP may not be the right protocol to use. That is where we have to have this messaging architecture in place over here. Now that we understand why messaging is important, right? Let's explore these messages and concept in a more detailed level. So this is where, right, wanted to provide overview of brokers and roles. Now in this diagram, what I've done is I've shown the different brokers. Brokers you could consider as queues and topics. What are queues? Queues are essentially when you want to send message from a point-to-point communication. That is one producer, as shown in the diagram. It is sending to one consumer. That could be a use case for a queue. What is a topic? Now, topic could be considered as a radio broadcast, where one person is speaking and it is being broadcasted to multiple listeners that are available. Same concept also is there in messaging as well. There is one producer. It sends a message to a topic. Topic could be considered as a messaging broker. And there are many consumers who can subscribe to the different topics. There will get matters more complicated because there's going to be acknowledgement that needs to be done, message retention parameters that need to be done as part of the server setup, and all those, because you wouldn't want a scenario that the message is there, but without processing the message, the server removes the messages because there is a message expiration in place. So that is where you'll have to consider other different patterns in place to ensure that there is no message loss. And usually in a lot of the brokers, in fact, even in ActiveMQ, which uses KahaDB in the backend, the data will be persisted to either local disks, or if you are in a cluster setup, it is going to be persisted to a storage area network, also called as a SAN, or network attached storage, which is also called as a NAS. So disks are very common in messaging architectures that you would be storing. Database can also be used. You can also store your messages that come into the broker to a database. But in our experience, what we have seen is that if you store messages in a database compared to storing on a disk, there is a significant performance degradation. And something we don't advise to our customers. We never say that, okay, you use a database, because there are different scenarios for using different use cases. Database is not this one that you want to persist the messages. So as part of the broker setup, can you do it? Yes, you can. And that is why I put it over here. Should you do it? No, you should not use database to store messages for a cluster application. It will significantly degrade your application performance. And this is where I'll move on to third bullet over here, which is what are the key features of reliable messaging, which is one is the asynchronous communication. That is, the producer can send the message and it could rest assured, or probably not even rest assured, but it could at least fire and forget. That is, it knows that, okay, I've sent the message from my side. The consumer, whenever it's ready, it would be able to process the messages. It provides total decoupling compared to an HTTP protocol where it's going to be synchronous. There's a client sitting, waiting for the response to come back. Unlike that, the broker system, asynchronous modeling. It does provide significant reliability. It is a lot more fault tolerant as well compared to HTTP, where you could have a farm of clusters created. You could have a server farm created where multiple servers could be set up as part of this setup. And you will have like a very resilient messaging system as part of this thing, the setup that you have. So I hope this provides a good overview about what exactly is the messaging application, how the broker architecture is. It's a little simple over here. There will be many parameters, but I didn't want to kind of overwhelm you guys at the very initial on what messaging is. In fact, it's a very powerful tool of choice, which is every organization will require in some form or the other. And your architectures should use this pattern as well to make robust applications. So what are the popular messaging systems? I believe everybody would have some point or the other worked on the ones. And on the previous videos, you can check it out. We have gone over in depth on the different messaging patterns in the cloud. That is, like we have in AWS, SQS, in Azure, we have Service Bus, in Google, we have Cloud Pub Sub, that is there. But other than that, what are the other ones? Kafka is very popular nowadays. Kafka provides streaming of millions of messages that you could do. It provides on-prem option as well. Nowadays, Cloud also provides an option out there for a managed service option. RabbitMQ is another popular option which is used by customers. It is similar to ActiveMQ, which is the topic of this presentation. It is likewise, but Apache MQ is from ActiveMQ is from Apache, and RabbitMQ is it's on its own. And then there is IBM MQ. I believe we all have heard about IBM MQ. It's kind of a very old product that is there. TIBCO is there. We have a lot of consultants who have worked in TIBCO. TIBCO has been one of the pioneers in messaging with its enterprise messaging standard product that is there, which has been used across financial firms and a lot of enterprise customers. PubNub is another one. Mule ESB is another one, which is again a competitor of TIBCO, and it provides a robust messaging with its AnyPoint platform that is used. So point is to show you that there are plethora of options out there for messaging. You could choose the one that fits your organization needs, as well as the vision of your organization needs to be aligned with the messaging product that you choose. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Please contact us for any of your cloud requirements or cloud consulting requirements. We have decades of experience in cloud, and we can definitely help your organization take the right step in cloud. With that, thank you, and see you in the next video.